Have you ever noticed that your energy, your creativity, your moods seem to move in waves? There are days when you can see everything with crystal clarity, when inspiration flows effortlessly. And then there are other days when your mind feels like a quiet, mist-covered lake where the depths are hidden and stillness is all you know. This is the rhythm of what we can call the lunar mind. It's the part of us that doesn't think in straight lines but in cycles. It's our inner moon, the silent governor of our intuition, our emotions, and our sense of timing. It's the inner voice that whispers when to act, and just as importantly, when to rest. It's a wisdom that ebbs and flows, not with the logic of the clock, but with the ancient pulse of nature itself. In almost every ancient culture, the moon was a symbol of the mysterious, cyclical intelligence of the universe. It pulls the oceans, governs fertility cycles, and marks the passage of time. And yet, the most profound thing about the moon is that it never shines with its own light. It reflects. The lunar mind operates in the same way. It doesn't generate thought in the way our analytical solar mind does. Instead, it reflects the vast, unseen world of our unconscious. Where the solar mind seeks logic and demands clear, linear answers, the lunar mind seeks meaning and connection. The sun wants to illuminate everything, to have absolute clarity. The moon, however, thrives in the half-light, content with connection and feeling. This lunar part of you doesn't communicate in words or spreadsheets. It speaks in a language of symbols, subtle sensations, and synchronicities. It's the world of your dreams, those gut feelings you can't explain, that quiet instinct that something unseen is shifting just beneath the surface of your awareness. It's the feeling of knowing without knowing how you know. This is the voice of the lunar mind, and learning to listen to it is one of the most profound skills we can cultivate. The great psychologist Carl Jung often spoke of the human psyche as following these natural rhythms. He understood that just as the moon waxes from a sliver of light to its full glory and then wanes back into darkness, our inner world also expands and contracts. There are times to grow when you feel inspired, creative, and drawn outward into the world. These are your full moon phases, when your energy is high and you're ready to share your light. And then there are times to withdraw, to retreat into your inner world, to listen, to rest, and to let new insights form in the quiet darkness. But our modern life rarely honors this natural rhythm. We've built a world that demands constant sunlight. We're expected to maintain constant productivity, unwavering positivity, and perpetual clarity. We celebrate the full moon, but we fear the new moon. Yet true wisdom often comes from those shadow phases, the moments when we feel lost, uncertain, or empty. That is the sacred space of the new moon within us. It's the darkness where intuition is born, where the seeds of our next cycle are planted in fertile silence. Resisting this phase is like trying to stop the tide. The lunar mind isn't irrational, it's simply non-linear. It senses patterns and connections rather than calculating them. It knows when an idea, a relationship, or a decision is right, long before the facts and figures arrive to prove it. This is your inner timing. When you learn to follow your intuition, you begin to align with this inner timing. You stop pushing against the current of your own life and start listening to what life is actually asking of you. The constant striving and forcing give way to a graceful dance of action and receptivity. So I invite you to ask yourself, what phase am I in right now? Is my energy waxing? Am I expanding, expressing, creating? Is this a time for action and growth? Or am I waning? Is my energy drawing inward, calling for reflection, rest, and release? Is this a time to let go of what no longer serves me? Your intuition doesn't grow when you try to force it. It blossoms when you learn to trust these rhythms, instead of constantly fighting them, when you give yourself permission to be exactly where you are in your cycle. To live with this kind of lunar awareness is to become an observer of your own inner tides. It means noticing your emotions without judgment, simply allowing them to be messengers. It means honoring your need for retreat, just as much as you honor your desire for social connection. It means letting silence become fertile ground for new ideas, rather than an empty space to be filled with noise. Try journaling with the moon phases. Create and express yourself when you feel emotionally full. Rest and recharge when you feel empty or dark. Remember, you are not a machine designed for constant output. You are a living rhythm, a breath, a cycle of becoming and unbecoming. Each phase of this inner cycle holds its own unique purpose and gift. The new moon is a time for stillness, for planting intentions like seeds in the dark soil of your psyche. The waxing moon is when you begin to take gentle action on those intentions, as your energy starts to build. The full moon is a time of peak energy, a time to illuminate, express, and celebrate what you've created. And the waning moon is a time of gratitude, release, and renewal, where you let go to make space for the next cycle. Your psyche follows this same sacred path, endlessly dying and rebirthing new insight, new strength, and new wisdom. Ultimately, the lunar mind reminds us that time is not just a line measured by clocks and calendars. It's a living, breathing pulse that we feel in our bodies and in our intuition. When you learn to live in harmony with your inner moon, you stop fearing the darkness, both within and without. You realize that those quiet, uncertain phases are not a sign that something is wrong, but a sign that you are gathering strength for what's next. You discover that intuition isn't a mystery to be solved, but a rhythm to be remembered, a dance to be joined. Thank you for journeying with me into the world of the lunar mind. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. I'd love to hear about your own experiences with your inner cycles in the comments below.